Namaste. Welcome to my channel, and today this is going to be a very different video. Usually on this channel you're going to find education and all kinds of good things about tarot, oracle, yoga, healing. But today I'm here to ask you all to stop buying counterfeit decks. These decks are so prolific across seemingly legitimate websites, as well as all of these rip-off, knock-off websites such as Temu and Wish and Alibaba and AliExpress. And I'm going to give you some examples today of where this has come up in my life, and I'm really, really angry. I also have walked into retail stores and seen these decks for sale in retail stores, and I am just embarrassed for vendors who actually do that. It's absolutely disgusting. And my best advice for you is, if you walk into a retail store and you see counterfeit decks, it is up to you to say something to that retailer. And if it's just a lowly clerk and not the owner of the store, then you have to tread a little bit lightly. But this is just shameful. It's absolutely shameful. So one of the things that I like to do in my videos is, below in the description box, is to list links, legitimate links for the decks, whether it is a mass market deck or whether it is a indie deck. And this problem is equally a major problem with both indie decks as well as mass market decks. So this is one of the decks that I was, so this is the Smith-Waite Tarot in a tin, and I had been using it for a reading, and I wanted to link it in the description box below. So it is called Smith-Waite Tarot, and I'll just put tin, and I'm going to look this up. Okay. So I started scrolling through here, and I see this Kep Noi, and I know that this is published by US Games. And I look down, and okay, here's a legitimate copy of the large deck. Legitimate, borderless, I can tell by the price. And scrolling down to see if there is another link for Tarot in a Tin. And it's the same as the other day. So I found this one, and what this tells me here with this ridiculous price of $88.24 is this is secondary resellers selling older versions of the deck. This deck still is in print. You can buy it from US Games at a fair price, around 20 Canadian dollars. But it is not, the stock is not available here on Amazon. KEPNOY is not a subsidiary of US Games. So let's just click on this one. And this had me just spinning out the other day. So one of the telltale signs of a fake deck is this weird description. It often says game board, fortune telling, divination, tools for all skills. These fake decks also usually have an age range that is recommended, and that you never see that on a legitimate deck here. And if you go over here on the far right, it says ships from, these Chinese characters, sold by the same company. And it is, I'm just so disgusted here. This looks like, when you scroll through here, it looks like it even comes with a little white book. And I doubt it comes with a little white book, because most of the fake decks do not. So I was really curious about this Kep Noi company. And so I put in Kep Noi. Let's just put in Kep Noi Tarot. Let's just do that. And this is the same for Oracle cards, the same problem. All right, so here we have a fake Smith-Waite Tarot in a tin. A lot of these decks I don't know, but there's the Radiant White. They have all of these decks. There's a Tarot del Fuego. That is not a legitimate deck. These are all fake, 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 fake. Murder of Crows. So all I can say is that Kep Noi is not a subsidiary of Amazon. So this is just it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You need to be careful wherever you are shopping that you are purchasing a legitimate deck. And this is so important because it's piracy. We need to be paying and crediting the original creators of these decks. And some of these companies, like US Games, they have copyright. And this absolutely needs to be respected. So another thing that bombarded against me was I'm about to do my OOP, out of print, unapologetic Oracle edition. Okay, so I'm going to put in one of, because I always am trying to help people find so you don't have to pay a collector's price, right? Because these are out of print and you should get a collector's price for them. So one of the decks I do have is this deck by Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss. And so if you look for the same deck, Past Life Oracle, on Amazon, here is it's by GZXINKE. This is not a legitimate copy, nor is this one. So any of the ones that say board games card, factory made with beautiful storage bag, and a lot of the fake decks also come with a storage bag, which none of the original decks ever did. So none of these are legitimate copies. Now let's try this one here. Okay, so if we scroll down, publisher is not Lifestyles. The publisher was Hay House for all of these decks. So you just need to be very, very careful. Now this morning I went on Instagram, and Kim San, who is the creator of Way of the Panda Tarot, why is this not catching up? Sorry, I just need to, just a minute here. I thought when I flipped tabs, it would change tabs with me. So I'm just gonna, this tab is called Way of the Panda. Nope. AliExpress, Etsy. Yes, this one here. Okay. So Kim was on this morning on Instagram talking about fake decks of her deck, Way of the Panda. And she was talking about how the font is different, the card quality is different. It usually comes in a tuck box. It is not her deck. And then at the end, she says, okay, enough about fake decks. I'm going to show you what my deck really looks like. And this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And so I went to Etsy to see if I could spot a legitimate copy and a fake copy. So here, this one that is $138.62 is the original Kickstarter version. This is a legitimate copy. If you go to it, you can see it comes in a clamshell box, and you can check out the font because Kim's font is very unique. Now, this one here, which is $52.95, is that the one? This is the one that I was looking at. This is a fake. This is a fake, and it's still charging $57. And you know it's a fake because If you go to Kim's website, fablesden.com, you can see the measurements are wrong. The size of the cards are absolutely wrong. And if you go here, this is not Kim's font here. I thought I could flip between tabs, but I can't. But I had a look at this one and this blue version of the deck, which I don't have any of them anymore. It's a different font. You have to be so careful. This doesn't just happen on Alibaba and all these other horrible websites. This is all over the internet, all over the marketplace. So let me go to Serpent Visionary. You probably mentioned the various ads I see on Instagram, quite a few stating $7.99. Yes. And these are all illegitimate decks. So maybe I can go to another one here. Share screen. So if I go to Wish, I've never bought anything on any of these websites, and it kind of horrifies me to actually go here. Because I know these are all counterfeit copies, and it just saddens me so very, very much that all of these tarot creators are being, like, here is the 5-cent tarot in a tuck box for $9.54. The 5-cent tarot does not come in a tuck box. It comes in a clamshell box. Madame Clara would never sell a deck for $9.54. And if I click on here and I go here, yeah, you can see it comes cellophane. So I know Madame Clara's decks do not come in cellophane. And please note, 25% smaller than the original size. So notice they're saying this is not an original deck. They're even admitting that this is a counterfeit copy. These people should be arrested for piracy. And so why? If we in the tarot community can stop buying these decks, then these decks aren't going to be printed. And there should not be a market for these decks. It's just so bad. Amelia, I just cannot understand how people dare to buy counterfeit decks. I searched for the Tiltwick Tarot for over a year, but it was never, ever an option for me to buy a counterfeit one. I know, Amelia, and this is because you have integrity. And I guess a lot of people out there do not. And often the reason is, well, it's cheaper. And what's wrong with using a cheaper deck? I can't afford the ridiculous prices of a deck. Well, then you're a pirate. You're a thief, and you're contributing to this, these illegitimate, fake, copy, counterfeit producers of decks. And it is just, I think it's just shameful. So I want to go back to Amazon, which many of us shop on Amazon for decks. And I just think this is so important, that we know what we're looking for. Okay, so sorry, these little glitches here, just take a moment. And all right, so what I'm going to do now is go and, let's just go here to here. And I'm going to put in the Wildwood Tarot, which is a tarot deck that has so many illegitimate fake copies out there. 3218, that is probably good. And you can see that the title is the actual title of the deck. The difference between these two, probably with this deck, you are getting just a small box with the cards, yet it is still a legitimate deck. If I scroll down here, the Wildwood Tarot cards with Bag Family Game for $24.99. Not too different in price from a legitimate copy, but this is a fake deck. And the box color is all weird and wrong. And if you go over to the small print, it's sold by this company in China, and it ships from China. And you can see here that it comes in this tuck box, and it also comes with a bag. So like I said, a lot of these decks come with a bag. Below in the description box, I have copied a few articles from tarot deck creators who are dealing with this every single day. You cannot purchase the Spacious Tarot, a legitimate copy, anywhere except from Carrie Mallin's website. That is the only place you can buy a legitimate copy of the Spacious Tarot. All of these tuck box Spacious Tarots are fake, 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 and they come in a variety of prices. Like, they're not cheap. So it is disguised. I mean, if you go to Temu or AliExpress or Wish or those kind of websites, they're like $1, $4, $5, $9. But here we are on Amazon with all of these fake. Look at them all. This is insane. I feel so sorry for Carrie, and I understand now why people shut down production and they decide they're not going to make another deck, because this market is just so crazy, crazy, crazy. And then, okay, and here is another one. I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to go to Walmart. And I'm going to go to walmart.ca. I'm in Canada. And I'm going to put in tarot. And Walmart is another place where all of the tarot decks are fake. I would be very careful about buying a deck here. You need to double check so carefully. You can see here like this weird, oh, it's not showing up. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, just a minute. When it changes tabs, I have to open and close again. Share screen. Here we go. Okay, so here on Walmart, so if you are in, if you're not in North America, Walmart is a box store. So you can go there and buy appliances and food and games and things for the whole house. And it's appears to be a legitimate, kind of company, but on their website, they have so many fake tarot decks. So look here, this one, HEFEI. This is like that Kepnoi thing on Amazon. These are not legitimate decks. This company is producing fake tarot decks and charging these fairly high prices and selling them through Walmart. So I'm just shaking my head here. And I was not going to do this video because it is, it's not in the nature of my channel to do this kind of a video. But this morning when I went on Instagram and I saw Kim Tsan pleading with people to stop buying counterfeit decks, I knew I just had to do this. I created the thumbnail a few days ago. Yes, these fake decks are on Amazon. That's what I was showing you. That's the first thing I showed you. I mean, I can go back to Amazon. I'll show you again. Okay, I need to just go create a new window. I closed my Amazon window, so give me 1 second here. And we'll go back to Amazon. Oh, come on, seriously. No, I don't want Safari. Okay. So let's go and search for a deck on Amazon. Okay, so I need a new window, Chrome, File, New tab, Amazon. Okay, sorry, bear with me. Share screen, Amazon. Here we go. Okay. All right, so I am going to choose another popular deck. Let's go shopping for Light Seers Tarot. Light Seers Tarot deck. And let's scroll down and see if we can spot some fake decks. Thank goodness at the top here, these look like legitimate decks. We have the full size of the deck, we have a pocket size deck, and then we have a journal. Now, if we scroll down a little bit further, we have French version. And here we have one for $16.99. So let's click on this one. And here we go. So $16.99, this is way too cheap for Canada. And you can see the color is all weird. The color is all weird. And look, it's in a tuck box. You see that? So this is on Amazon. And there are these, you can find a fake copy of any deck on Amazon, in Amazon, any country. And you need to be more discerning about this because I am in the tarot community wanting to support deck creators. I want to be here I love the art. One of my favorite things about my tarot cards and my tarot library is looking through the amazing art. I love the multisensory experience of a tarot deck. I love the way it shuffles, the quality of the paper. I want to honor the people who put the energy into the creation of these products that I use and I love for myself and in my work and in my teaching. And I just had to come forward and say something today. So thank you for listening, and please share this video. Share it everywhere. Share it on share it wherever you can, because this has to stop. It absolutely must stop. And if you like I said before, if you walk into a retail store, like a metaphysical store, and they have fake decks, you need to pick all of those up and do something. And get, if you, like I said, if it's just a clerk that's there, somebody who's paid minimum wage, you get them to get the owner on the phone and get these decks off the market, because it's so shameful. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Bye, everybody.